Let's quickly recall whatever we learnt in this chapter till now. We learnt what are factors and multiples, and what are prime numbers and composite numbers, and tests for divisibility of numbers. Then we learnt to find common factors and multiples and some general rules of divisibility. And we completed up to exercise 3.4. In today's session, we are going to learn what is prime factorization of numbers and how to do it, and then we will solve the problems of exercise 3.5. Now let's see what is prime factorization. Children, this word prime factorization, it involves two concepts, that is prime factors and factorization. Now what are prime factors? The factors of a number, if they are prime, then they are called prime factors. And what are prime numbers? The numbers like 2, 3, 5, 7 and many more, which have only 1 and the number itself as their factor, are known as prime numbers. So prime factors are the factors of a number that are prime. And what is factorization? Factorization is expressing a number as a product of its factors. For example, 12 can be expressed as 2 into 6, or 12 can also be expressed as 3 into 4. So expressing a number as a product of its factors is factorization. Now you can understand what is prime factorization. Expressing a number as a product of its prime factors is prime factorization. So what is prime factorization? The process of expressing a given number as a product of its prime factors is called prime factorization. When we look at the examples, we can understand better. So children, here we have an example. The number is 24. So the number 24 can be expressed as 2 multiplied by 12. It can also be expressed as 4 multiplied by 6 or 3 multiplied by 8. Now here 2 is a prime number. In the first expression, 2 is a prime number and 12 is a composite number. So again we split 12 into two parts, that is 2 into 6. Now here also we have 2 as a prime number and 6 is a composite number. So 6 can again be expressed as 2 into 3. So finally we get the expression like this. It is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. And here we have all the factors of 24 as prime numbers, isn't it? So this expression is known as the prime factorization of the number 24. Now let's go to the next example, next pair of factors, which is equal to 24. 24 is equal to 4 into 6. Now here we have two composite numbers, 4 and 6 both are composite numbers. So we again express 4 as 2 into 2 and 6 is the composite number now. So in the next step, 6 can be expressed as the product of prime numbers 2 into 3. So finally we get this expression of the factorization of 24 as 2 into 2 into 2 into 3, where all the numbers are prime, and so it is called the prime factorization of 24. Now next expression is 24 is equal to 3 into 8, and here we have 3 as the prime number and 8 will be expressed as 2 into 2 into 2. So the final prime factorization of 24 is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. Now can you see children, the prime factorization, whether we take it is 24 as 2 into 12 or 4 into 6 or 3 into 8, the prime factorization of 24 is the same, that is 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. So we have for any number only one prime factorization for a number. Now let's check the prime factorization of 36. So children, 36 can be expressed as a product of 2 and 18, or it can be expressed as 3 into 12, or it can be expressed as 4 into 9 or 6 into 6. Now here in the first case, here we have 2 as the prime number. Now 18 can be expressed as 2 into 9, and 2 and 2 we have again prime numbers here, and 9 can be expressed as 3 into 3. So what is the prime factorization of 36? It is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Now let's move on to the next expression. This is 3 into 12 is equal to 36. Now 3 we have as prime number, and 12 can be expressed as 3 into 4. Now in the next step, since we have 3 and 3 as prime numbers, now 4 can be written as 2 into 2. So what is the prime factorization again we are getting for 36? That is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Let's look at the next expression. 36 as a product of 4 into 9. Now 4 can be expressed as 2 into 2, and 9 can be expressed as 3 into 3. So what is the prime factorization again that we are getting? That is 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Now let's move on to the next one. 36 can be also expressed as 6 into 6, and 6 can be expressed as 2 into 3, and again this 6 also can be expressed as 2 into 3. So what is the prime factorization of 36? It is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. So whatever is the pair of products that we take to express the number 36, the prime factorization of 36 will be 2 into 2 into 3 into 3. Let's see the next one, prime factorization. There are two methods of prime factorization. What are they? They are factor tree method and division method. Let's see what is factor tree method. So here we have prime factorization as factor tree. How we do it? We have an example here. We have a number 48. So in the first step, what we do? We split the number 48 as 2 into 24, or 2 multiplied by 24. Now 2 is a prime number. 2 is a prime number here. Now what we do? 24, we express 24 as 2 into 12, and since 2 is a prime number here, we can again circle 2, and 12 is a composite number. 12 can be expressed as 2 into 6, and 2 is a prime number, so we can circle 2, and 6 will be expressed as a product of 2 and 3, and finally we have both the numbers which are prime. 2 and 3 both are prime. So what is the prime factorization of 48? It is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3. So this is the prime factorization of a number that is 48 by factor tree method. Another method of prime factorization is division method. For this, first we write the number and check whether it is divisible by smallest prime number, that is 2. And then we go on continuing with the division of the number by the smallest prime number till we can do it. If it is not divisible by the smallest prime number, then we move on to the next bigger prime number. So here we have an example, 240. We know that 240 can be divided by 2 since it has 0 in one's place. So we will start dividing the number with smallest prime number, that is 2. So when we divide 240 with 2 by 2, we get 120. And since 120 is also divisible by 2, we will continue dividing it with 2. Then we get 60. 60 can also be divided by 2. So we get 30 as the quotient here. And 30 can also be divided by 2. And then we get the quotient 15, which is not divisible by 2. Then we move on to the next bigger prime number, that is 3, and try to divide it with 3. So we know 3 5 times is 15. So yes, it is divisible by 3. So we get the quotient here as 5. And since 5 is a prime number, it can be divided only by itself or 1. So we divide it by 5. 5 ones is 5. So till we get 1, we continue dividing the number by the possible prime number. So the prime factorization of 240 will be, we will multiply all these numbers to get 240. So it is 2 into 2 into 2 into 2 into 3 into 5. So this is prime factorization of a number by division method. Let's look at one more example to understand these two methods of prime factorization. Find the prime factorization of 90 using factor tree method. Now we have the number 90. So 90 can be expressed as the product of two numbers 10 and 90, 10 and 9, sorry, 10 nines are 90. Now both of these are composite numbers. Now 10 we can express as a product of 2 and 5, and 2 and 5 both are prime numbers. Now let's look at 9. 9 can be expressed as 3 into 3. The two factors of 9 are 3 and 3, and here we get all the prime factors as 2, 5, 3 and 3. So what is the prime factorization of 90? It is 2 into 3 into 3 into 5. Now let's look at the division method. Prime factorization of 90 using division method. As we had discussed, we will start dividing the number with the smallest prime number, that is 2. So yes, 90 is divisible by 2 and we get the quotient as 45, and 45 is not divisible by 2. So we will check whether it is divisible by the next greater prime number, that is 3. So yes, 45 is divisible by 3 and we get 15 here, and 15 is again, it can be divided by 3. So 3 5 times is 15, and since 5 is a prime number, it can be divided by only itself. So 5 ones is 5. So what is the prime factorization of 90? By whatever method we do, either it's factor tree method or division method, we get the prime factorization as 2 into 3 into 3 into 5 for 90. So these are the two methods of prime factorization of numbers. Children, this concept of prime factorization is very important. So you can take more numbers and find their prime factorization by both these methods, factor tree method and division method. You can take more numbers for practicing this. With this, we end this session, and in the next session we will solve the problems of exercise 3.5.